What is up, guys? My name is Princess eBay, and on this channel we talk about Bible, psychology, and we mash them together to give us a deeper understanding of God and ourselves and the world around us. So today we're going to be talking about God's creation. As Christians, I feel like there's certain holidays we celebrate Christmas, we celebrate Easter, we honor what God has done. We recognize the birth of Jesus, the death of Jesus, the resurrection of Jesus. But I feel like there's one holiday that we're missing, guys. And I know you guys are probably going to be like, what is this girl talking about? So there is a holiday on April 22nd. I feel like we have forgotten. If you know it, good, that's good. But I'm going to tell you right now, it is what? Earth Day. Now, some of you guys are probably thinking, why should I, as a Christian, care about Earth Day? Now, here you go. Let me tell you. We walk in the church and then we see the space is taken care of. There's no litter. There's no damage to things. We respect the church. But then the moment we step outside of that bubble, everything just changes. You can just see trash on the ground, pollution in the air, just neglect everywhere. So the real question is, do we really love the Creator if we are destroying His creation? I know you guys are probably like, that is a very big question. And if we are being honest, this isn't just a spiritual issue. This is a behavioral issue because we are doing something consistently that reveals what we actually value in our lives. Before we talk about what we are doing wrong, we need to understand something first. Whose earth is this really? If we say the earth belongs to God, that will change how we see it. Because this isn't just something He owns, it's something He gave. In the book of Genesis, God created the earth and called it good. He designed everything from the sky. You can see the land, the animals, the systems of life. That means the earth has an owner. And I'm telling you, it is not us, guys. Psalms 24 verse 1 says, "The earth is the Lord, and the fullness thereof, the world and that they that dwell therein." We've gotten too comfortable acting like this world is ours, but it never was. We didn't create it, we didn't earn it, we did not even own it. We don't even own it. This isn't our planet. We're living in something that belongs to God. And when we forget that, we start treating it like it doesn't matter. From a psychological perspective, this is where pride comes in. Humans naturally develop a sense of ownership over what they use daily. It's called psychological ownership. Just because we use it does not mean we own it, guys. I'm going to say this, we do not own it. Now, if this earth belongs to God, that also changes how we understand what it is. God didn't just create the earth. He provided it through us. He gave us a place to live. In Genesis 1, verse 29, it says, "And God said, Behold, I have given you every herb bearing seed, which is upon the face of the earth, and every tree in the which is the fruit of the tree yielding seed, to you it shall be for meat." Everything we need is already here on earth. It's like giving a fully furnished house and then you're not even paying for it. That is a dream. I want that for myself. But you walk in and everything's there. You got food, you got water. The water cycles, the food grows, it regenerates. The systems sustain life. Even systems that take care of themselves. Rain falls, evaporates, and then it comes right back down on our heads again, guys. Food grows, it dies, and comes back into the earth to grow again. Even waste, when it's natural, breaks down and becomes part of the earth, the system again. God designed a world where things cycle, where things are sustained, where things reflect design and not randomness. My goodness, this is just so, sorry. But when we start to step out of that system, we start creating things that don't return, that don't break down, and don't belong. This is not good, guys. God built something He didn't need. and let us live in it anyway. That is true love, guys. My God, I love God. When something is given to you, something like that, you don't destroy it. Psychologically, humans adapt quickly to comfort. It's called the hedonic adaptation. We get used to blessings so fast that we stop appreciating them. What once felt like a gift, it starts to feel normal. And when something feels normal, we stop taking care of it, guys. That's how gratitude turns into neglect. And so when something is handed to you, you don't just enjoy it, you are expected to take care of it. Genesis 2 verse 15 says, "And the Lord God took the man and put him in a garden of Eden to dress it and keep it." I love that. You see that? To dress it and to keep it. This is stewardship. God provides, but we are also expected to care for it. God didn't just say, "Okay, here you go, do whatever you want." No, that's not what he told us to do. He does his part. He provides, he sustains, but we have to do our part too. There's a difference between natural wear and then human destruction. Sometimes things, break naturally, like a house, maybe it's the roof and it just starts leaking over time. And you didn't cause it, but you have to fix it. You don't ignore it. But then there's damage that we cause ourselves, and that is where this whole problem is. Habits become patterns, patterns become destruction. That's how damage grows. It's not all at once, it's gradual. And a lot of what we are seeing today isn't natural, it's damage. But this is the deeper part of all of this. God didn't just give us something to maintain, he created it in a way that already works perfectly. Did you hear that? He creates it in a way that already works perfectly. Genesis 1 shows that everything God made has a purpose and order. God didn't just create chaos, he created order. Everything has a role. Nature works in cycles. For example, you have the frogs, and the frogs eat the mosquitoes. And then there's another animal that keeps the frog from overpopulating. Everything is connected. So let's imagine that we remove one part. Now everything shifts. If a predator disappears, one species grows out of control and then it destroys resources, then everything else starts collapsing. Or when humans introduce things into places that don't belong, it just creates a whole bunch of chaos. We all know. But here's the truth. Not all of this is intentional. A lot of what we're doing, we didn't even realize the impact. It's okay. But rather it is intentional or it's not. Damage is damage and it is done. When we interfere with what God already balanced, we don't need to improve it or break it. Psychologically, humans struggle to see long-term consequences. This is called short-term bias. We prioritize immediate benefits and ignore long-term damage. So we disrupt everything. We disrupt systems, thinking it wouldn't matter until consequences. Every action has a consequence, guys. So if God created everything in order, then the real question becomes, what's causing everything to fall out of order? Is us. Okay, Romans 8 verse 22 says, "For we know that the whole creation groaneth and travaileth in pain together until now." I hope I said that right. But why? Why? Because humans sin. What's happening in the earth isn't random, it's human behavior. This is, I feel like the 7 deadly sins is God's rules. This is God's house rules. See the earth as a house, guys. We got pride. We think this is ours. We got greed, taking more than what we need. Then we got gluttony, it's overconsumption. And then we have sloth, which is knowing something but not acting. And then we have wrath and envy, conflict and destruction. And then we have lust, which is uncontrolled desire. So to break it down further, so pride makes us act like we own the earth, and then greed makes us take more than what we need. And then if you look at like overfishing, that's a great example. We overfish until species are almost gone, killing elephants for their tusks and for their profit. And then we're taking resources just to gain more. The thing is that we take until nothing is left. Gluttony is overconsumption. God gave us enough, but we want more than enough. I don't know why, but we're just humans. We're just like that. And then sloth isn't just laziness. It's knowing something is wrong, knowing something's broken, knowing something needs to be fixed, but choosing not to act. That might be the biggest problem. That might be like the whole thing around this whole problem, because we know we can see it, but we keep saying, I'll deal with it later. I'm telling you, procrastination is going to hurt us, guys. I'm telling you right now. So envy and wrath basically makes us fight for land and resources and control. And what happens? Distraction. Sin doesn't just separate us from God. It shows up in how we treat what He has created. Psychologically, this ties to impulse control reward systems. Humans are wired to seek more pleasure, more resources, more control without discipline. Those drives become destructive. That's why self-control is not only optional, it is very, very, very necessary. And the problem with all of this is that our actions don't just affect us, it affects everyone who comes after us. In Philippians 2 verse 4 it says, "Look, not every man on his own things, but every man also on the things of others." We are not alone here. We are sharing this earth. People have come before us, they're coming after us, and what we leave behind is what they're going to inherit. Okay, I think about it like my dorm room. People come in, they live there, they leave, and then the next person walks in with whatever condition it is. Some people leave it clean, some people leave it destroyed, and then the next person has to deal with it. We are not owners. We are all roommates, guys. I'm telling you, we are all roommates, and we share this space with billions and billions of people, future generations. So we can't live like we're the only ones here. Let's stop being selfish, guys. Stop being selfish. So some people think someone else is gonna fix it, and then nothing gets fixed. That's why responsibility has to become personal. If we keep living like this, there's gonna be real consequences, because nothing stays the same when it's not taken care of. When something isn't cared for, it breaks down. And neglect doesn't stay small, it spreads. A place can start off beautiful, like this beautiful planet Earth, and I'm telling you, in the blink of an eye, becomes unrecognizable, because every action has consequence. That is true spiritually, that is true behaviorally, and that's the true physicality in the world around us. James 1 verse 22 says, "Be ye doers of the word, and not hearers only, deceiving your own selves." I love that. In the church, we clean, we respect the space, but I don't know why outside that same mindset just disappears. Why? No, ask yourself for real. Why do we treat the church like it's God's house, but the earth like it isn't? Because God isn't just a building. He is everywhere. Listen, God is not a building. God is in the air I'm breathing right now, and the trees in the sky, everything. Your room, your house, the world around you. If you are careless in private, it's going to show up in public. If it belongs to God, it deserves to be taken care of everywhere. Psychologically, this is called the compartmentalization. I think I'm saying it right, but if I'm not, I am sorry. But we separate our beliefs from our behavior. We act like one way in church and then the other way outside. But the true integrity means consistency. If God is Lord everywhere, our behavior should reflect everywhere, obviously. If God is everywhere, our behavior should reflect that everywhere. And when I say everywhere, I mean everywhere. And this is where people might say, well, the earth ain't going to last forever. But that mindset is exactly why we are boxed in, and that is why we are the problem. Yes, the Bible tells us that there will be an end. The book of Revelations makes that very clear. But that doesn't mean we have to remove responsibility, guys. Hebrews 4 verse 13 says, neither is there any creature that is not manifest in his sight, but all things are naked and open unto the eyes of him with whom we have to do. So nothing is hidden from God, but just because something won't last forever doesn't mean we have to destroy it. Every house eventually wears down, but there's a difference between something that's aging and something that we are intentionally destroying. We may not control everything that happens, I'm being honest, but we are responsible for what we do and what time we have. We are responsible for how fast we destroy the beautiful house, the earth that God has given us. And right now, we are not slowing down, guys. This problem isn't that the earth is going to end. This problem is how we are treating it while we are here. Psychologically, humans delay action. This is called procrastination bias. I hate procrastination. We think we'll deal with it later, but then later comes and it never happens. So we continue harmful patterns until consequences become basically unavoidable. So if we know all of this, if we see the problem clearly, then the real question is, what are we going to do about it? As Christians, as humans, this message isn't just for Christians, this is just for everybody in general. And it doesn't start with the world. It starts with all of us. Luke 16 verse 10, and I will close with this. He that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much. And he that is unjust in the least is unjust also in much. So what do? Change doesn't start big, it starts small. Psychology shows that behavior happens through repetition, awareness, and consistency. So pick up someone else's trash, take care of your space, and be mindful. Stop saying, that's not my problem, that's not my trash, that's not affecting me right now. Small actions become new habits, and new habits become new identity. God gave us something so beautiful. So what are we going to do about it? Thank you guys for watching my YouTube video. This is my first sermon. Not sure how I did, but please tell me how I did, how I can improve. And I hope this message finds you well. I hope you understand it. And I hope you guys will go out there and take care of our earth, because, I just love God. I love earth. I love this creation that He has created. So love you guys, and bye.